was no firefight. There was no IED that killed these innocent people. Our troops overreacted because of the pressure on them, and they killed innocent civilians in cold blood.
If I read this to you and didn't tell you that it was an FBI agent describing what Americans had done to prisoners in their control, you would most certainly believe this must have happened by Nazis, Soviets in their gulags, or some mad regime, Pol Pot or others, that had no concern for human beings.
The president was talking about Democrats in Congress. He also said that General Petraeus is going to come to the Hill and make it clear to you that there is progress going on in Iraq, that the so-called surge is working. Will you believe him when he says that?
No, I don't believe him, because it's not happening. All you have to do is look at the facts.
It was a very good meeting. It was a meeting where President Assad showed a real desire to play a role in helping to create a peaceful settlement of the conditions in Iraq, as well as a grander approach towards creating peace. So it was a very important meeting, and I felt honored to have the chance to speak with him.
The fear tactics and half-truths continue as the president suggests that terrorists will follow us here. Have you heard that before? If we withdraw from Iraq and the administration grasps at every straw to demonstrate progress on the ground.
The violence in Anbar has gone down despite the surge, not because of the surge. The inability of American soldiers to protect these tribes from Al-Qaeda said to these tribes, we have to fight Al-Qaeda ourselves.
Despite what I view as your rather extraordinary efforts in your testimony both yesterday and today, I think that the reports that you provide to us really require the willing suspension of disbelief.
But Mr. Chairman, it is simply tragic that 6 years to the day after the terrorist attacks of September 11, 2001, our attention is so focused on what has been the greatest mistake in the fight against Al-Qaeda, and that's the Iraq War. Well, with all due respect, these two critical leaders here in our government, who I have great respect for, are not willing to seriously comment about how this relates to the larger global fight against terrorism, the allocation of resources. This is a classic example of myopia.
The question is one of strategy, not tactics. And the difficulty we have, I think, is that each time we've talked to you, questions have been posed to you about the broader strategy of our war in Iraq. You've punted a little bit.
And they killed innocent civilians in cold blood.
They had no concern for human beings.
No, I don't believe him.
I felt honored to have the chance to speak with him.
The fear tactics and half-truths
The violence in Anbar has gone down despite the surge.
Willing suspension of disbelief.
Myopia.
You've punted a little bit.